In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to convert a technical drawing into a 3D model using Autodesk Fusion. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to click the Autodesk Fusion app on your home screen. And this will take a couple of minutes just to load up. It might ask you to sign in, so if you do need to sign in, you'll use your school login via email. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at our technical drawing that's in front of us, and we are going to draw what we see as the top view. So at the minute the height is 28 and the width is 50. So I'm going to select the Create a Sketch tool, and it will ask me, okay, where is it that you want to start drawing? Do you want to draw on the side of your object or the front of it? Do you want to draw on the left of it, or do you want to draw on the top of it? Now, if we are doing the top view, then of course we're going to select that top square. So I'm going to select that, and what you will notice is that over here that also shows as top, so it's showing you that you are looking at that top view. So I'm going to select the rectangle tool, and I'm going to draw a box that is 28 by 50. So I left click once, I drag out, and what you will notice is the measurements actually appear. So I'm going to type in using my keyboard 50, and I'm going to select the tab button, which is next to caps lock. So it's just above caps lock on your keyboard. And what that will do is it'll switch from the width to the height. So I'm going to now type 28, and I'm going to click enter. So I've now got a box, well, rectangle, sorry, that is 50 by 28. Now I need to work out the next measurement. So I can see on the top line there is a measurement of 21. So I'm going to get the line tool, I'm going to click in the left corner, and I'm going to come across 21, and I'm going to click enter. Now we also know that there is a line that comes down here, it comes across, and then it comes down there. So in reality that would be halfway. So I should know that half of 28 is 14. So this line coming down has to be 14 millimeters. So I'm going to come down 14, and I'm going to click enter. So I've now got that line that comes down like so. Now to work out this line here on my sheet of paper, I will need to look at the other measurements. So the measurement from the side view. So I know that it's 21 all the way across on my side view, and it's minus 14. So I'm going to have to do 21, take away 14, which will give me 7. So I know that the line that comes across here is 7 millimeters. Now if this measurement starts to confuse you, just left click and move it out the way. That's absolutely fine. So if it confuses you for this line, just left click the measurement and move it out the way. And now I'm going to draw my line which comes down there like so. So line tool and click like that. Perfect. Now the next step is the circle. So I know that that circle comes from the centre 14 across. Now to work this out the centre of this line here, there will be a triangle that will appear. That shows me that that is the halfway point of that line. So if I click and come across 14, my circle needs to be starting from that dot that's there. Okay. Now the circle is also actually 14, because if I look at the back view, which is the bottom right of your picture, there's a gap in the middle that says 14, so that's what size the circle must be. So I'm going to select the circle tool, click the centre, and I'm going to come out 14 and click enter like so. Now what you should see in front of you is exactly what you should see as your top view on your technical drawing. Now here you can start to delete the measurements, so I can click and then just click delete on my keyboard. So left click and click delete on my keyboard, just so it doesn't confuse me. I can also delete this line here because I no longer need it. So with the scissors, which is the trim tool, I click it and I click those two lines like so. Now at that point, that's absolutely perfect and I'm happy with how that top view looks. So I'm going to click finish sketch. And I'm then going to click this home button. Now what this home button does is it changes it so it looks at an angle. So it's looking at a different perspective of it. So I can look at front view, I can look at right view, I can look at top view. But if I click that home button, it will automatically bring me back to where I need to be looking at it. So now we're going to focus on the side view of this object. So if I look at the side view, it tells me that this comes 28mm up. So I'm going to take this one, this block here, and I'm going to click extrude. So extrude means to bring up in some way. And I can drag it up all the way up to 28, or I can type in 28 and then enter. Now what's the problem that you've just seen? The sketch actually vanishes, and that's because it's now hidden under this arrow. So if I turn the eyeball back on, it appears. If I turn it off, it disappears, okay? But we realistically want it turned on because we're going to start modifying this bit here. So again, if I look at the side view of my technical drawing, I can see that this goes up 14. So again, 14 and then enter. So at the minute, it's roughly looking like the object. Apart from there's a rectangle that runs all the way through the middle of it. So I'm going to change to right view by left clicking right. And we need to now draw a rectangle that fits through there, in there, so we can push it all the way through. Now I know based off the back view that it's 7 up, this rectangle, by 14. So I'm going to create sketch again. It's going to ask me where I want to draw. I want to draw on this rectangle, so I'm going to click it. And I'm going to select the centre rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to select the centre rectangle. I'm going to click that centre point that you can just about see just there. So I'm going to click there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the measurement as 14 by 14, and then we're going to click enter. The reason that we're doing 14 is because obviously the rectangle, because we did it from the center point, is going to go up as well as down. So originally we needed 7, well, double the amount of 7 would be 14. So once it looks like this, we're going to click finish sketch, change our perspective again, and now we're going to push this through. So we're going to select that square or rectangle, and we're going to click extrude, and we're going to push all the way through like that. Now what you will have noticed is that it's gone red. Now the reason it's gone red is because it's actually cutting. If I wanted to join it, like an additional block, I could click join. If I wanted to intersect, I could click intersect. In this instance, we want it to cut through like so. So that what we end up with is, once I click OK, something that looks like that, which should be identical to the isometric 3D shape that you see in the top right corner. I'm going to turn my sketches off as well, like so. And you should have a perfect, or pretty much perfect, 3-dimensional shape. Now if you want to, you might want to go to render, like so. And you might want to add a material onto it in appearance. So for example, I might paint it blue, like so. And then if I click up here with the play button, it will actually render it to a really high standard, so it looks like a realistic object. Like so. And I can even adjust this down here from excellent all the way to infinite. And you can already tell that it looks more realistic in its form. And when you've done that, you can print screen it from different viewpoints and add it onto PowerPoint.